please use some kind of thing that I can see?
Oh god, it's happening right now.
Oh, are we live?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, wonderful. Anchors away, me hearties, and welcome to the Law Rights. I wasn't done with the countdown, so I wasn't expecting to be live at this point, but hey, welcome back to our Pride Month pirate game, A Tale of Two Queens, brought to you by the folks at Awfully Queer Heroes and also the folks here at the Law Rights. Hey, I'm Ash, and I love all these guys, and especially Promethean, who is producing all of these episodes for us. So, hey, Pro, you're the fucking best. We love you. Anyway, hey, guys, who are you? Let's start with this. We've got a shorter stream tonight, so let's jump into it. Andy, who are you?
Hello, I am Andy. Hi. You can find me Andy SBG either on Twitch or across various social medias, just slight variations, but if you search my name, I'm sure you'll find me. And I'm playing Tohi. He's just a little guy, an Eldrin dancer, and he's got a little bit of a sassy streak.
Beautiful. Plague Maiden.
Hi.
I like your hat.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Couture. Hi, I'm Sam, or Plague Maiden. You can find me at most social medias with Plague Maiden with an underscore at the end. I'm playing Skipper, the tiefling barbarian who is only a little bit heartbroken, but she's tough.
I'm still so sorry. Hey, Salty. What's up? Who are you?
Hey, I am Salt or Salt Queen or Salty or whatever. I am playing the lovable Pen, who is our satyr cleric, based on like deer style satyr. And you can find me on most socials as Salt Queen Plays, sometimes with an underscore because it just had to. And I just am chaos. That's it. That's all I am.
Yeah, we prove that. We know that. Chaos is, rife in this little group. Hey, Jess. Hi.
Hello.
What's up? Hi.
Hello.
Who are you? What are you doing?
I'm Jess or Cass or misskass, however you feel like referring to me. I'm misskass on all social medias. I work with the party. I do lying down and sleeping a lot, not like online, just in general. And I'm really excited to be here today with Ash as our DM.
Hey, stop that.
She's doing a really good job. You can't
wait.
stop. You can't mute me.
Wait,
oh,
hang
you
on.
have to mute
Wait.
everybody.
Wait, stop that. Hang on.
No.
Wait. This was supposed to be a Jess introduction.
Haha, now it's you.
It is me. Hi, I'm Ash. I make stuff. In the process of making stuff, I've taken out one of my fingers this week. But it's okay. It's like minor injury. It's all good. You can find me at Ash Makes Stuff in most places, except here on Twitch. Where are we? Twitch. Where I'm Ash Makes Props. You can also find me hanging out on Salty's channel. We are now doing a Baldur's Gate 3 auto mode evil playthrough, like the most evil you can be, in that we are not dirge. We are just choosing to be bastards. Anyway, hey.
Great.
It's so great. Do you guys want to get into it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Let's do it.
So, where last we left off, our party of not pirates had made their way to Blood Moon Bay aboard the Freya, helmed by Damon Saltwhip, the right hand of Pirate Queen Grace Tidesel. The stronghold had greeted them in the way that a pirate stronghold should, with strong liquor, a good old-fashioned bar-top arm wrestling contest, and a beautiful woman, who a certain member of the party spent the evening with. The following morning, they made their way to the Queen's stronghold, built from and inside of the shell of a long-dead dragon turtle. And once inside, they met the Queen herself. She informed them that she orchestrated their escape from Wavehelm Prison due to whispers that she heard from merfolk of all people. She tasked our fearless crew with a test. Sail to an island of mystery, rumoured to be something of a magnet to which all lost treasure flowed, and acquire several magical artifacts for her. Anything else they were free to keep as payment, and in exchange they would be proven and welcomed fully into the fold at Blood Moon Bay. After bargaining with a few shopkeepers, including the kobold claw machine Pico, our party set off towards the harbour, where they found a small group of pirates reinforcing their borrowed ship for their upcoming journey. Despite their unsuccessful attempts to recruit any of them to accompany them, they were left aboard the deck of the Freya, now retrofitted with more cannons and presumably with some more supplies. So guys, you are standing aboard your own ship. Ship needs a captain. Ship needs a crew.
Thus.
Well, I mean,
I the crew, right?
I hope we're the crew. I
Yeah.
can drive boat. With my background, I believe I have the ability to use water vehicles, and I believe this does count as a
Yeah.
water vehicle.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
I think I do also have some skills in the water vehicle department, so I can be of good help at least driving it at some point. But the
We could take
strong
a-
muscles
we
of
could
you
take
like,
shifts.
at the wheel, yeah.
Takes just like it's a road trip, but a water trip.
So while you're all standing aboard the deck of this ship, thinking about divvying up, who's going to take what position in the ship, there are footsteps on the gangplank behind you, and Damp, the water genasi man from earlier, just pops back up onto the ship, and he's like, "Oh, hello. By the way, I forgot to tell you, that flag, if you're not flying that when you come back, they're going to capsize your ship. Good luck." And then just disappears again.
Oh, thanks, man.
Cool.
Yeah, it's good to know that down.
Oh, he's not listening. He's gone. But maybe it's because you aren't part of the proven of Blood Moon Bay. Maybe it's just that it's not technically your ship at the end of the day. You're just borrowing it. You guys are all aware that it is super rude to simply jump upon a ship that you are not part of the crew of and that you are not invited upon. And that was a bit rude of him. But yeah, so as you look up, there is the flag that Brian, the 16-year-old sassy little sorcerer, had flown the previous night, that had sort of stopped your ship, or rather stopped the tides around your ship from sinking it after they grew rough. It is just the same seal, the same sigil that was on the seal from the letter that you got from Grace Tidesong, which is a round red moon with a skull and crossbones in the center of it. So, probably
Can
don't miss
Tohi
that.
quickly kind of climb up the rigging and just see if he can sense anything magical about this flag, or
Yeah.
if they cast a magic?
Yeah, go ahead, and I'll say it's easy enough for you to climb up, but make an Arcana check.
18.
Yeah, it's not magical. It's just a flag.
All right. He said something about the flag. I'm not getting anything from this, so they've got something going on that island, and we need to let them know that kind of we're friends with the flag. The flag itself, it's just a flag, everyone. It's just a flag, from what I can tell.
I've probably got someone looking out to make sure that we're flying the right flag. I mean, any other flag would mean death.
I mean, why would we even go back if we put up our own flag? Why would we sail back there with a stolen ship? I feel like they don't have a very high opinion of us.
No, we haven't proven ourselves yet, I guess. We've
I guess
shown
not.
them. I mean,
But-
he jumped on the ship, but I think that's just because we're the rookies.
Yeah, he probably doesn't think that we can even handle ourselves at all, and that we don't even know the rules, right?
We're definitely gonna die. Well, they think that at least.
Speak for yourself.
Skipper, with you at the helm, I'm sure we'll be just fine. If anyone can
Yes,
steer us in the
Skipper.
right direction, it's going to be you with those muscles, okay?
I did win that arm wrestling contest. I do have some renown here now. Maybe that'll help.
Sure.
You
How
made a
much did you
name
take him
yourself.
for again?
Oh gosh, how much? It was like
It was 5 gold.
5 gold. Yeah, I didn't want to rub him too much. I just wanted to take him down a peg, really.
Yeah, that's gonna sting.
Yeah.
He didn't look happy, I can tell you that much. A bruised ego and a bruised arm.
Exactly. Alright, well.
So we're on a time limit, right?
So yes,
yes.
you have 10 days from when you leave port, and you have 1 full day before you are expected. No, you have to leave within the next day.
Yeah, before I cast any spells, I was wondering if in a in like a storytelling kind of way, if I could use something like Wall of Water to push the ship so it would kick off faster, or like sail a little bit faster so we could get there sooner.
Yeah, that would work. I don't see why that wouldn't work.
I mean, mechanically it wouldn't work, but in terms of cool storytelling it works really well.
In terms of storytelling, you would only probably be able to. How long does the spell last for?
It only lasts for 10 minutes. But
That's okay. So for every 10 minutes that you do it, I would say that
It would at least give us a push off.
Yeah, I want to start us kind of at a higher speed so that we can get where we're going
Possibly
a
get there
little
faster.
bit faster.
We don't have to catch the wind, we just go.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
sure.
I
Well,
like
I would.
that.
I'm fairly sure I also have Gust of Wind as a spell that I can cast. So if we ever get stuck, I can just be the wind beneath your wings.
Nice.
And
Just
you
gonna burst
did
out into
see-
song again.
You did see people using the Gust of Wind spell to get you guys out of Wave Helm the previous night as well. But you also, I recall, were given a piece of paper, a folded piece of paper from Queen Grace Tidesong. You assume probably the list of requested magical items.
I think, did I take that? I can't remember.
All I know is that Cephyrin did not take it because she
Yeah.
got scared by the ogre guard.
Yeah.
I feel like it was.
think I
I feel like
took
it
it.
was you, but I
Yeah.
feel like you were the one that took it.
Alright, I'll open it up and have a bit of a read.
Cool. As you open it, it unfolds and unfolds and unfolds, and it's bigger than it has any right to be. And it is a map of the entire region, essentially. But you guys can all detect a faint magical aura emanating from it. And as you look at the little spot where it says Blood Moon Bay, there is a little white dot that is sort of glowing. This is a map of location, so it will show you where you are in the world at any given time,
That's
at least
so cool.
in accordance to what is on the map. And another smaller piece of paper just sort of flutters out as you unfold it as well.
I'm too busy looking at how cool this map is.
Which one of these little islands are we heading towards?
So it is to the far. I should probably send you guys the map. Probably be a smart
on-
play on.
It's over here.
It's
We
a
put
far
it on
off
the
distant
stream.
island. It's in the deep southern archipelago.
East.
I can't say that word.
It's very far to the east. It's like pretty much, very much on the almost the furthest eastern extent of the map
Yeah.
that it can go.
I passed my history check last session, so I have a little bit of knowledge about the island. It's like the fact that it's very dangerous and that people don't return, and that it's rumored that the island is alive and the forest is full of creatures. The forest itself might be alive. We don't really know. The stories are very. I don't know.
Oh, you know the story. Do you know the way there then? Oh,
I do.
you can
know the way
direct
there.
us, right? So-
Yeah, I can be the
I'll,
navigator.
I'll hand pen the map.
Sure.
And
Penelope, you now
Fair
have the
enough.
map. You guys are also
Okay.
free to explore your ship and see what provisions have been provided for you. Because you did
Yes.
pick some stuff up from Pico
Yeah.
and the goblin, gnomish salesperson. Queen Tidesong did say that she was having the ship outfitted.
I'm gonna go claim a room so I have somewhere to put Filson, the adamantine orb fish.
As you travel
idea.
below deck, it's just kind of more of an open space. It's just kind of one continuous room. There are some hammocks, though. You are free to claim a hammock.
I will do that, and I will put Filson on the hammock, and kind of
You
like
sort of-
tie him on, I suppose, so he doesn't. If it doesn't get
swings
choppy,
a little
he
bit
doesn't.
as
yeah,
the hammock moves.
You enjoying that, little guy? And I kind of like bump the edge of the orb with one of my talons.
Just circles the inside of the orb.
Yeah. You got a smooth brain, buddy.
I'm also gonna go below deck and look around at the resting area, and I'm going to see that it's hammocks and look down at my legs, look back at the hammocks, look down at my legs, and I'm gonna untie my hammock and I'm just gonna make a little nest on the floor.
So we can get you a stepping stool.
I don't think I can comfortably get into that.
Just use your once per day mirthful leap to get into the hammock one time.
So excited to sleep.
So below deck there are some barrels and crates sort of scattered around, and if you investigate those, you have as provisions 2 barrels of rum, a crate of salty crackers, jerky, and dried fish. There is a wheel of hard cheese. There's a crate that's full of fabric, and it's multiple like spare sails, and there's meters and meters of rope everywhere. There are supplies with which to mend the ship in case of rough seas or running aboard a reef. There are crates and crates of cannonballs.
Okay.
And above deck, you have 8 cannons per side of the ship.
I do have a question. Did we have any gunpowder?
Yes. Sorry, that was for some reason I put that separate.
We'll just be hefting cannonballs at the enemies.
Yeah, that's what the catapult spell is for.
No, we just like to play with the gunpowder.
There are 2 barrels of smoke powder, which may or may not be enough, depending on how wisely you use it. You guys are also able to do an investigation check to see if, anything else of note down here.
Is there a captain's quarters? I don't know how big the ship is. I didn't think so.
No, so it's 75 feet from aft to stern, and there's 2 sails. This is a schooner. It's one of the shorter ships. It's more of an escort ship than like something that you would actively go out pirating on, but it's what you've got. It is very nice though. Everything's kind of like mahogany, so.
I rolled a nat 20.
Nice.
Fuck yeah, the DC was 20, so.
Let's go.
With a natural 20, as you're sort of tucking like your nest around, your hoof creaks on this plank. There is a loose plank under your foot, and you can either make a dex or strength check to pry it up if you would like.
We'll do dexterity because I am not very strong. I'm itty bitty. That's a 20.
Yeah, that's so easy. It comes up so easily. And there's like a tiny hidden compartment, maybe about this big underneath the plank, and you pull out a box. And as you open it, the inside is just a piece of paper. And it's got 3 words written on it: away, post haste, and farewell. And underneath all that is a big all caps message. It just says, for emergencies only, underline, underline, underline.
Okay, I don't know what this is for.
Sure, you guys are able to.
And I'm going to pass it to Steph.
Yeah, you guys can make an intelligence check if you would like.
Or can I?
I'm not intelligent. Please don't
do
ask me to
anything
do
with
it.
my wisdom, perhaps.
I feel like it would just be intelligence, just to like, you guys have been on sea, so it's not going to be a high DC. Like, you guys have been doing this for a while, but I think that in this case it is a straight intelligence roll.
Just int?
Yeah, just straight intelligence.
9. What do I think about the words on the paper?
You don't know. It's a nice box though.
Okay, I'll roll
This
as
is
well.
great. It means nothing to me.
2.
Does anyone else want to have a read of the paper that Pen found hidden in the
why
ship
not?
for some reason?
Just like, those are definitely words.
So
I've
what
seen
was the
those
check?
before.
Just intelligence, right?
Yeah, just intelligence. The DC is only 10, so.
Okay, that's a 15 on die.
Okay, yeah, this is
Nice.
a folding boat.
Oh, okay.
These are command words. If you say the first one, it turns into more of a rowboat. If you say the second one, it turns into closer to what you have now. And the third one is what packs it back up into your box form. The reason you gather that the reason why it says for emergencies only is because if you say either of those first two words in the deck of this ship, it's gonna go through the ship.
Yeah, as soon as I realize I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, I put it back in and just say, alright, put it back in the box, close the box. It's a folding boat. It will turn into a big boat if you say those words. So we should keep it on us.
Ash,
But
can
don't
you remind us
say-
of the words not to say?
So they do have to be said with the intent of
Okay.
like expanding, but it's away for the rowboat, post haste for the sailboat, and farewell to pack everything back down.
Look at it. Imagine it's just our boat and then another boat just on top of it, the other way, just falling on top.
Sorry, what was the third word?
Farewell.
Farewell. Okay.
Since you guys are under, it would probably be like your boat. 2 new portholes in your boat.
What's the one to make it with the pack it back up?
Farewell. Tohi, as you guys are here, you feel a slight tingle in the back of your head. It's kind of almost like an itch on your brain. It's something that you have felt before, but you don't really know what it is. But it happens again.
Is this just me feeling this?
Yeah.
Does anyone
one
else
else.
feel? No one else feels a bit funny. It's just me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you need more
Um,
good berries? Did you get super drunk last night?
I didn't even have that much to drink. I was just making sure that Skipper got up okay. No, it's just I feel just a little bit off.
Some bad fish.
Is that a magical feeling?
I don't know, am I able to discern if it's magical in nature or if it's kind of more something
It's definitely not a physical sensation. It's something that comes from outside of your body rather than like you're not having a hernia or aneurysm or anything. It's
right.
definitely a not originating from you.
I don't know, it's just it's like something's in the back of my head, but it's I don't know how to explain it. Do you know when you just have one of those moments where you feel like something's happened and you just kind of feel it in your body, but it's not it's like a change in the energy around you? Does that make sense to anyone?
Do you have a bug on you? Do you want me to check if there's a bug on you?
Yeah, I mean, this is a new place, and I was a bit wary of things that could be here, but
Normally they felt like a gut feeling, not.
yeah,
I'm
like
just
it's
gonna have a
behind you.
look.
usually
Like,
it's
in
something
the
that
back of his neck.
you would feel in your, you know, when your stomach just drops or your heart drops a little bit, but that kind of sensation is just towards the back of my head, and it's like something is coming from outside trying to get in, but
I'm
it's
gonna have a
okay,
look at the back of his head. Can I see anything?
Yeah,
Or does
you
it
don't
all
even
look normal?
you don't even need to roll. There's nothing there. He's
There's
it's
nothing
fine.
there. He's just imagine.
I'm
It's all in your head, Tohi.
Maybe we need to get you a tinfoil hat.
maybe
What's tinfoil?
I'm just gonna take some time to go back up
Metal
onto the
hat.
deck and maybe get some air. Maybe I'll load the cannons before we set off while I do that, or something. Just take my mind off this.
I
don't know,
would
maybe
load
it's
the
something in
cannons
the
before
air.
they needed. That's dangerous.
Oh, I mean, I'll just, you know, maybe not the gunpowder. I'll check if they're loaded already, and
I don't think they will be.
I'll just do a couple checks on above ground and try and like get some air and try and make sense of this. And
Go
just
check
kinda,
the
like,
wheel
pace.
out. Go check
yeah,
the wheel
that
out.
Tohi's just gonna do that and just kind of have this in the back of his mind, thinking, particularly with his amulet that he's got on, am I able to actually sense if this is someone attempting to use any kind of divination magic on me? Can I?
Roll an
Is there?
Arcana check.
Ooh.
That would be a 13.
You aren't certain, but the times that you've felt this feeling before have all been after you attuned to this necklace.
Right.
Can I try, just before you leave, can I try and dispel magic on it?
On his necklace?
On his brain? It's making you uncomfortable. I mean, I don't have to, but if it's making you uncomfortable, I guess I can try.
I think that with dispel magic, you have to be able to see the thing.
It just has to be within range. Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range.
Mm-hmm.
If you think it'll help, Seth,
If you think it'll help, you can do it. But there is a good chance that this will deactivate the magic items that Tohi is wearing or wielding.
But it doesn't. Hang on. I don't think it works. Oh, God, hang on.
If you're doing it without technically a specific target in mind, it could jump to the nearest magical
and that
item
fully.
or effect.
That doesn't like dispel it for a little bit. That fully dispels it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe perhaps I will not do that.
That might be a smart idea.
Oh, your amulet of proof against detection or location is fine.
Okay. Yeah. On that. With that in mind, then. Yeah. Maybe that's not the best idea, Seth. Thank you so much, though. I'm just gonna get some air, I think.
What does your amulet for?
I mean, I guess I owe you some kind of explanation. This amulet was given to me by someone who's very close to me. And it was given with a heavy heart. It was a way to keep me safe.
I'm so sorry. I tried to remove the magic from it.
No, it's okay. You were just trying to do your best to make sure that I was okay. Yeah, it's something that's close to me, given by someone that I care for very much. It's strange. It helps me feel connected to them, even though its purpose is to kind of keep me away.
Sounds very hard.
Yeah. It's nice to have something to hold, even if it is something that brings a bit of pain. But that's what I've got my letters. That's what I've got my letters for. And he just kind of pulls out one, and he's just gonna go sit in a hammock actually, and just read through one of the letters that he's got in his back pocket or breast pocket, and just kind of look over them a little bit quietly over to the side.
Pen is just curious, is there a desk or something available on the ship with cartography tools or anything like that?
Yeah, I'd say with the nat 20 that you rolled earlier, you spotted some in one of the crates. There's a compass, there's what's it called, sextant, there's the walkie things.
Cool. So she's gonna go grab those, and she's gonna go up on the deck and mark out the way to the island on the map for Skipper, so that she can give Tohi some privacy.
As you go upstairs and sit on the deck, a fluttering catches your eye as the other piece of paper that was folded in the map is sort of on the deck, just kind of in the breeze.
About it.
Yeah.
I'll pick it up.
Written on it in the same script as the letters that you guys received from Queen Grace Tidesong. There's just 3 dot points, and it says, "Circlet of the Maelstrom, earring of translate language, and a vase of never wilting flowers." I will send those to you guys. So,
yeah, cool. I was like, I don't have a pen.
No, that's so fine. And you can assume that these are the items that Queen and Captain Tidesong would like you to retrieve for her.
So a tiara and flowers, and what was the other thing?
Well, a vase. So it's a magical vase that any flowers you put in it, they don't wilt. And an earring of translate language or comprehend language.
Sound like nice gifts.
Pen's just gonna fold the corner of the map over the note so that it's like, because we don't have staples, so she's just like stapling it the old-fashioned way.
Get a dagger and stab it into the table. That's what they were doing back at the Queen's place.
I don't think I carry daggers.
I have a couple, I think, actually.
I mean, you do have a magical map, and the only way to destroy a magical item aside from dispel magic is to stab it with a magical item, which does mean that if you so magical items can't be affected by regular weapons, but they can be affected by magic. No, so you can't physically stab through.
Okay, no, I thought it was the list, so we don't lose the list.
Oh, she was gonna stab through both to keep them together.
Oh, alright, I get it.
I'll just fold it. Do a little cute little origami in the corner so that it doesn't fly away.
Cool. You have a beautiful little pirate ship shape. You know, the little you'd fold it over and you put the triangles in, then you'd fold it up like a little tiny
little pirate
hat shape.
And then I continue marking out the map.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty much due east from Blood Moon Bay. Like there's a little island to go around, but it's pretty much a straight shot east.
Do we think that we're ready to go now? Or should we go get more supplies?
Do you mean supplies as in food?
Well, we've got heaps of stuff down there, it looks.
I think we got plenty of food.
Plenty of fish. I hope this island has maybe some fruit on it or something. Something different than fish.
Skipper does have a jar of crickets. And Tohi and Ceph, you guys, all the items that you picked up from Pico have been added to your inventories.
I was going to mention
think we
that.
bought
Thank
lemons,
you,
right?
Oh, I didn't add the fruit, but yeah, you got some citrus fruits as well. Yeah.
Oh, my diamonds.
Because if we're ready to head off, I'll go to where we can like pull the anchor up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so because you're in a bay, the anchor is not down, but you are moored to a dock. Right. So you just have to pull in the mooring lines, and you will be ready to go.
Tohi, do you want to drive first, or shall I drive first? How are you feeling after your?
I feel like Tohi needs the moment.
Tinkles.
Yeah, I mean, we can still do rock paper scissors if you want.
I mean, I'm cool with it, but.
I don't want to arm wrestle you.
I noticed that you didn't challenge her to an arm wrestle because you know you cannot win.
It's a given, yeah.
Even with these dancer's legs, I wouldn't be able to use a foot and a hand. No, I know my strengths, and my arms are not one of them.
We also don't want to blow the ship up.
I'll go first.
No flexing on the ship, Skipper. Do you hear me?
Can I flex a little bit? Just like when I'm like working out.
Before we set off, you can flex.
Just not near the gunpowder.
Yeah, yay!
So the smoke powder is downstairs and it is secured as well, so it's not going to go rolling across the.
No risk of me blowing up the guns.
Shirt just goes.
It's fine.
Just another little tiny bit.
I'd like everyone to know that my screen froze for the call just with Skipper flexing for a good 30 seconds. You broke my stream, not the ship.
You're welcome. Well, I'll go up to the wheel if someone wants to bring the rope in that's holding us to the dock, the mooring.
I'm gonna wild shape into I'm gonna try and dive and wild shape in midair into my sea dragon form and kind of plop in the ocean. And when somebody pulls up the rope, I'm gonna cast Wall of Water and push the ship away from the harbor, and then swim after it. And while we're traveling, I want to maybe use my passive or something to keep an eye on what's going on around us to see if there's any underwater threats that are coming to the ship.
How big is your sea dragon? Is it like just a regular sea dragon that's like this big, or is it
It's one of the like long, kind of like algae looking ones. They're called weedy sea dragons. I think they're about this big.
Cool. And can as a 16th level druid, can you cast spells in wild shape?
Maybe. I'm gonna have to read about that.
That's cool. I can't remember if you can or if it's you're restricted. But I've also never played a 16th level druid, so I'm uncertain.
It says I can't, but I'll Google it. If I have to, I can do it the other way around.
I believe it's 17th level off the top of my head. Unfortunately, I'm not entirely sure though.
That's fair. Either way, it could, if you want, you could just jump in, cast Wall of Water, and then
just like surf it down.
Sure.
Level 18 apparently.
Okay. If you want, you can also have a rope trailing that you can, I don't know if they have teeth, bite onto, because I would assume that the swimming speed of a sea dragon is a little less than the swimming speed. Yeah, you can.
Yeah. I will do that. They don't have teeth, but I could be tied to the back a little bit.
Yeah.
As like a little beacon, just looking out for stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure. So
I guess
we're ready to cast off.
Yeah, I guess just as like a little flavor thing for him to kind of like get out of his head a little bit. He wants to have the chance to kind of stretch his legs in the best way that he knows how, and it will be possible if I undo this, and then as the ship is setting off, I just use my special boots to jump 60 feet from the dock back onto the ship.
Yeah.
Just like a good old like ballet jump where legs are like perfectly split in midair, and you're just like gonna gracefully fly back onto the back of the ship after unhooking it, and it just starting to go.
Yeah, just
like
a beautiful
by the sun and all that.
Yeah,
it's like in front of the sun. You just see my silhouette perfectly in shape, just going.
Yeah, and Seth from under the water, it also looks really cool.
Oh, so nice.
Just landing gracefully and just. Well, if anything, dancing makes me feel a little bit better. You okay down there, Seth? Just shouting down.
I can enjoy it. I can consume so many krills down here. What else am I supposed to eat? Hang on. I can eat. I can find so many shrimps and other small crustaceans.
And there's so much bioluminescent algae.
I'm going to use my long, thin, tubular snout to create a strong suction with which to rapidly suck in food items.
Okay. Yeah. You do you. You enjoy a succulent alginate meal.
Yum, yum, yum. I like the way they glow.
So if you eat enough of them, you'll also glow.
I'm going to find out by the time we get to the island.
So it is still a 2.5 day journey. But Skipper, if I could have you roll just either a strength or a wisdom check as you. For some reason, it's wisdom check in this. Let's just say a strength check as you're steering.
Between strength and wisdom, I'm gonna go with strength.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is my strength? That is a 23.
Yeah. Cool. So it is second nature to you as you take the helm of this ship, and there's the gentle wall of water that pushes you away from the dock, and you're able to very easily maneuver this wheel and catch it and just direct. It's just a perfect 90-degree turn, and the ship. Is anyone lowering the sails?
I'll call out to Penelope to do it.
Yeah. Pen will go do it. Pen's fatal flaw is that she's quite lazy, so she's looking around for someone else to do it, and she's like, fuck, I guess it's on me.
It is also a strength check to make sure you can tie the rigging down.
Alright, I can run away from the wheel. But...
Nat 20. She gets those.
She's on fire tonight. Yeah. With ease. You have done this so many times before. Those sails fall down and they are tied in place in a matter of seconds. It is probably faster than you've ever seen Penelope get these sails down in your time working together. And yeah, you make this perfect 90-degree turn, and you are sailing. The wind fills your sails, and you are headed towards the exit to the inlet. It's still like a kilometer away because this bay is huge, but you are sailing on perfect seas towards the end of the exit of this inlet. And as you cross and you're back out into open water, Cephyrin, you see underneath you a colony of merfolk. Tritons, merfolk, selkies, all swimming together. And you can infer that perhaps this is why you need a flag. Perhaps this is why your ship almost capsized last night.
So are they aligned? Do I think they're aligned with the pirates?
It's very possible.
Okay. Do they have any, is there anything I can see on their bodies, their clothes or tattoos or anything like that that look like the Queen's sigil?
No, they're kind of just wearing clothes made of woven like hemp and seaweed, and the Selkie seal pups are just kind of swimming with Triton children, and there are adults with hunting spears rather, and like this. It's a coral reef ecosystem with like holes in the rocks that you assume lead to living areas, and then further out into the open sea, as you leave the bay, there are like actual structures, like very distinct coral and anemones, like built over the top of each other in a community.
How beautiful!
These merfolk, yeah.
Do any of
Nobody
them
else
approach?
sees this.
Do any of them approach the ship?
No, they watch you go. Like a lot of them turn to watch as the shadow of the ship passes over them.
Mm-hmm.
But no. No, they just go about their business. You get the sense that they probably pay more attention if you're coming from the opposite direction. Right. But if you're leaving Blood Moon Bay, there's not as much of a concern for them to... Not as much of a reason for them to pay attention.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I will keep that in mind to tell everyone later.
Mm-hmm. So, for the first leg of our journey, can I get someone to roll a d4 for me? Please?
Mm-hmm.
I got it.
Why?
Because there's 2.5 days to sail. You're not just going to get there like that. Ow, I got to stop doing that.
A 1?
A 1. Cool. And if someone could roll another d4.
Promi did one and he got a 2.
Promi did one and got a 2. Okay, yeah, that works perfectly. So, those of you above deck, while Ceph is seeing this underwater ecosystem, this thriving Triton village beneath the waves, as you leave the entrance to Blood Moon Bay, there are some more rocky outcrops, oyster rocks, just sort of extending out before the drop-off. And you can all see there is a young boy sitting on a rock in the shallows, and he appears to be playing with a seal cub. And both of them have blue skin, and they have patterns across them, dappled patterns of sea green and blue, and they disappear beneath the waves as they see you. And you can no longer see them because the patterns camouflage them, but Ceph, you see them enter the water, and they are very clear to you. But I also need someone to roll me a d8. Please.
Can do that. I'm literally holding one. I'll roll it.
Okay, go for it.
2. Okay. So you start sailing and you head east. I will say that you guys probably brought one of the compasses up from the supply crates downstairs. And Skipper, you're adjusting, and you're heading due east.
I drive the boat with one hand because I'm cool.
Yeah, the other hand you're like. And an hour passes. 2
Sorry,
hours pass.
can I interrupt? Pen's just gonna turn to Skipper and be like, I'm just gonna head below deck and look for another flag, because I don't think we should be flying our pirate flag while we're out in these waters, because we know that king is not a very good friend of ours right now.
Yeah, I was about to actually
disappear to go
suggest
find
the
a
same
flag.
thing.
So
Yeah.
I'll say, still off the back of that natural 20 from earlier, you had found a crate that was full of sails, and I'll say if you dig through that, you'll just find they're plain coloured. They don't have sigils on them, but there's a black, a blue, a green.
Flag?
Sure, there is a rainbow flag. There is a
Yes,
pride flag.
that's the
Yes,
one.
there is a pride flag.
They
Yes,
try and
absolutely.
get us out of the water. We can go in Pride Month. Really?
So, Penelope, are you going to be climbing the rigging with your hooves?
No, I'm going to go take it up to Tohi and batter my eyes at him and be like, please, I don't think I want to do this.
Fine. You just hold the hand out, takes it, and looks up at where he's gonna go to get it done, and will use his use his skills to hopefully climb and jump and swing up the rigging in a fashion where he doesn't fall off into the water.
Yeah, I will say that it is easy enough for you guys to do. I'm not going to make you roll a check for it, but when you get up to the crow's nest, there's a smaller set of rigging, and you can pull the flag down and clip the new flag on and raise that.
There, Pen. Done. Go back to doing whatever you were doing now. It's done. You're welcome.
Pen's just gonna go find a little spot to sit down and play her instruments. Play some sea shanties entertainment. That's all she wants to do all the time.
Yeah.
Just as Tohi sees Pen sit down, he's just gonna shout out and say, "You are sure we're heading the right way, aren't you? Before you get engrossed in whatever you're doing."
Let me double check. She quickly
east, yeah.
runs up, looks at the map, looks at the compass.
So you can see you can see the little tiny dot that represents at least the map starting to move across. So yeah,
We're
it seems like you're going east. Yes.
Yeah, we're good. Skipper's got us.
Okay.
So
as long as you're sure.
So
we're not sure. We're in the middle of the ocean.
Oi.
I'm sorry.
Oh, so good.
Amazing.
don't be sorry. So you rolled a 2. You are sailing, and sailing, and sailing, and eventually Blood Moon Bay is just a distant speck behind you. You're in the open ocean now, and it's strange like that. It never gets comfortable, that feeling of being the only thing that you can see in just a landscape of endless blue. There's the wisp of clouds as the sun still moves across the sky, and there are no islands specking the horizon. There are no ships. It's just you. And then from the bow of the ship, a bubble appears, and another bubble, and another, and these bubbles are huge. They're maybe 15 feet across, and they sort of bob up, and then they stay around your ship. They don't pop. And as you look at them, they are kind of almost gelatinous on top. Seth, you're having the worst fucking time as the boat is driven through a jellyfish field.
Oh, are they huge?
They are huge. They are 15 feet across and probably at least 40 feet long.
Are they venomous, or are they just?
Are you going to touch one?
Well, do any brush past me? I'm not going to go out of my way to.
Yeah, I will say no, they are not venomous, but they are a bit sticky almost. There are like little barbs that as you brush, it just sort of takes like Velcro just a second to get away from them.
Okay.
They are
Trying to Google if sea dragons are immune to jellyfish stingers.
So there are no stings. You're not taking any damage. You're not feeling any pain. But you have a feeling that perhaps if you were to stay here, eventually one of them might stick long enough to you to pull you off of this rope.
Okay.
And since you currently cannot speak common or telepathic,
Mhm.
you probably can't
Yeah.
alert.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so the rest of you just see for pretty much the entire expanse around the boat. It's hundreds of feet of these bubbles, these gelatinous bubbles around the ship. And you notice as you're moving, the ship is slowing down. And as you guys are navigating this field, you lose 4 hours of travel time.
We're at this point, we're way out in the ocean, aren't we? We're not
You are way out in the
coast
ocean.
at all. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
All right,
Any big sticks that we can push the jellyfish away from the boat with.
Oh, like the things that you use to like load the cannons with?
Yeah.
We could use those to like poke.
Pretty
use
sure
those
one
to
of you
poke
also
'em.
has like a lot of javelins in
I
their
have
pockets.
javelins. I'm gonna try and scrape some jellyfish away from the boat.
So yeah, you can even leave the ship at the helm at the moment because it's just so slow. And as you start poking these jellyfish, so they started by floating up around your ship, and now they just float out of the water and up into the sky.
I don't poke them. I like push them gently.
Yeah, as you touch them with this metal implement, they just float up into the sky and keep going. And you see the absolute massive size of these things. But where one leaves, another takes its place. And in the hours that pass, you have lost some time. But there is also just like a trail of flying jellyfish behind your boat.
I probably would have stopped after the first few, just because I don't want to leave too much of a trail.
Fair. So you watch them, they're just floating, they just sort of bob up and down. They're not following you, they're just hanging out.
That's kind of cool.
So you do, unfortunately, lose a bit of time. Just excuse me while I cover it, while I mark off these random encounters. And then...
I'm gonna try and make up for some of the time that we lost by using a spell. I'm going to use... Hang on, I'm just trying to find it again.
Gust of wind?
No, actually.
Ooh.
I'm going to use... Why can I not find this now? I was literally just reading it. Where the fuck did it go? Okay, I'm gonna cast Control Water, which is a 4th level spell. Because I can redirect the flow of the water, so I'm gonna kind of push us with it.
Yeah. So are you doing this before you leave the jellyfish fields, or are you doing this after you leave the jellyfish fields?
After the jellyfish.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is anyone giving Cephyrin any warning?
Oh,
or like pulling her up by the
I was gonna
rope?
say I'm gonna transform back into Dragonborn so that I can more securely wrap the rope around my arm and tie myself to the back of the ship.
Okay, cool. So this is
I
in the
will-
jellyfish fields?
Yeah, I'm not gonna climb out of the water though. So I might get mushed around when you do that, but I don't mind.
So yeah.
I'm just gonna yell off the edge. I'll be like, "Heads up, Seth! We're going to redirect the water. I'm going to give us a bit of a push."
Between the jellyfish kind of muffling the sound and also the sound of water and also the wind as you guys are traveling, you just kind of hear...
Can I pull the rope up just a bit so that she's just out of the water so that she can hear us and I can just lower her back in?
Also, yeah, because it's super easy to move someone through water and you're a very strong barbarian.
Yeah. Enough that I can see your head, Seth.
Okay, I'm like tied on with this arm, and with the other one I give you like a cool thumbs up.
Give one back.
We just drop it back
And then
in.
drop me
Dunk you
again.
back in.
Just gentle dunking.
Yeah.
I think I can breathe water anyway because I'm
Do you think so?
yeah, because I'm a wet druid.
I think it is you can do it for X amount of hours by your druid level. Half a druid level rounded up, maybe. But yeah, so you cast Control Water. What does this look like for you, Penelope? As you're casting it.
So I didn't think about this.
It's okay.
She stands at the back of the ship. And she stands with her arms out like this. Oh, you can't even see this arm. I've lost my arm. And then she slowly pushes her arms like this to like as though she's controlling the water to move. And you can see like kind of like sparkles through the air as she's doing it because she like the sparkles are kind of flower shaped because even though she loves the sea, she was raised in the Feywild. So a lot of her magic has very nature themes to it. And then she pushes and it like pushes the boat as well.
What is the duration of this spell?
This is a concentration up to 10 minutes.
Sweet. So roll a d20 for me.
Yep. 15.
Cool. The force that you exert upon the ocean after this, perhaps it is a bit of the wind picking up, perhaps it is just Feywild shenaniganry, perhaps it is true mastery over the tide, but Penelope, as she pushes the water technically this way against the ship to push the ship forward, you guys travel an extra 15 miles.
Nice.
I couldn't tell you how many miles that is in hours, but
At least
still 15 more.
12.
At least 12 feet.
Yeah, Seth. Yeah, exactly. At least 12 feet. Seth, you are getting your shit rocked as this for 10 minutes. Like, in 10 minutes, this ship moves 15 miles through the ocean.
Sorry, I'm comfortable being underwater. I like it.
Yeah, it's kind of just like...
She's having a nap.
I'm gonna every
The
so
time of our
often have a look overboard to make sure that Seth is still attached to the rope.
She's like it's like having a streamer attached to the back of the ship. But
worms
Seth's
on rope.
still there.
I'm the tin can on the back of the car.
Exactly.
Little worms on strings, like, yes, that's Seth.
It's green and everything.
Yeah, I can't believe I have Seth in dragon.
Tohi, looking over the side of the boat, just kind of sees all this flailing. I'm just gonna cast just real quick, speak with animals, just so I can actually communicate properly with Seth. Real
So
quick.
Seth is,
I'm back in dragon form.
Oh, you're in dragon form. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. That's okay. I forgot that you did that. Just kind of gonna watch you and just shout out. Do you need us to pull you up? Are you sure? We're going quite fast.
I
Seth.
stick a thumbs up out of the water.
Yeah, Seth, you can hear as the water is like rushing past your head at whatever.
She's just
15 miles.
assuming we're worried.
90 miles an hour is the speed that you are currently traveling at.
She's fine.
It's
She
fine.
loves
I'm
it.
fine. I'm fine.
Just don't
Wonderful.
breathe in.
Seth's looking good. I'll keep an eye on it. But it's a thumbs up for now. Skipper, if I see a thumbs down, I'll shout at you to grab them.
Sweet.
You're doing great steering the ship at this speed. Keep it up.
Sure.
I've had to grab it with both hands now because of the speed.
Everyone's like,
Responsible ship driver.
I was going to ask if anyone is trying to control the direction of the ship as you are being blasted through the water.
I mean, if
feel
you're
like-
just having to go due east, then I won't have to steer very hard. Just hold it still.
It's
I
true,
mean, I
but
get to control the direction of the flow, so I'm pushing us in the right direction.
fair. Okay. So this happens, and after 10 minutes, it's just like the
Whiplash.
it's like no, you don't come to a sudden stop. It's kind of more like you've kicked off a wall in a swimming pool, and you go, and then the ship starts moving under its own speed again, rather than everything around it. And you did make up some time, and yeah, as you keep sailing, and the sun is traveling further and further down. and it's getting to late afternoon, and the sky is starting to pick up those orange and pinks of sunset, and you see far off to the north what looks like a ship battle. If any of you have a spyglass, do any of our pirates have a spyglass?
Do we find one on the boat?
Sure.
I do not have one.
Sure.
Find one, yeah, we do.
We're only alleged
We're not
pirates. after
pirates,
all.
remember?
Yeah. We're just very enthusiastic
Legend
about the ocean
pirates.
and boating.
So you see in the distance what looks like a ship battle. There is a large 36 broadside men of war, cannons stacked on 3 separate levels, peeking out of portholes on the hull of the ship. And it is listed near to scuppers. The sails are little more than streamers hanging from the masts. The hull is missing huge sections of its wooden paneling, and there is smoke billowing up from voids within it. And even from the distance, like you are miles away, like a mile away at least, kilometer away, sorry. Even from this distance, the crack of cannons is echoing across the water. And you watch as the mainmast topples and just falls into the ocean, and the water is sent up in all directions around it. And from behind this man of war come 4 small gunboats, looking relatively unscathed. Like, this is a near impossible task to face a man of war with a gunboat, and yet 4 of them start circling the wreckage. The bright white of their sails looks uncannily like the fins of sharks, circling prey.
We should
And you carry
definitely
on.
avoid that.
Can you let me know once it's been an hour after I've gone under? Because I can only breathe water for an hour before I have to come up.
Oh yeah, that would have happened a while ago.
Okay.
Sorry,
You're
forgot
dead.
about that part.
That's all right. That's okay. I'll since I can tell that it's getting darker, I'm gonna try climbing up the rope to get back on board.
Yeah, I would say that you can do it fairly easily. You guys are, boat enthusiasts. And it shouldn't be too hard for you. So yeah, you climb up, pull yourself onto the deck. What a hectic fucking day you've had down there, Seth. Good God.
I saw some very cool shit just before we left, and then everything got really messed up for about 10 to 15 minutes. It was fun though. I'm gonna do it again tomorrow. How was everybody else's day up here? Did anything weird happen up here?
I've just been watching you. Honestly.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
I don't know if we're all seeing that ship over there, though. I think that is the most interesting thing that we've come across so far.
Well, that seems bad.
Yeah,
Not great.
Can we tell what flags any of them are flying?
They're a bit too far away, and with the smoke and like the angle of the sun and the tatters that everything is left in, it's a near impossible task.
Elena was like took down a big fuck off ship, so we should probably make sure it doesn't they don't come after us.
Yeah, our ship, compared to that thing, is bite size. I don't really want to mess with them.
We should risk it. I think we should just keep going. They're obviously very fucked up.
Look, they can see our rainbow flag and know that we don't mean any harm.
It's definitely not a be gay do crimes ship or anything.
Hey, alleged crimes, okay?
Legend crimes. We were never tried.
Yeah, we escaped jail before they could convict us.
Allegedly.
So technically, we're either on the run or we were never criminals to begin with. So they can't prove it.
Yeah. There's no, no proof.
It's not like any of us have really identifying features or
No,
anything.
not at all.
They could go, oh, that's
I know
definitely-"
many people who are blue, actually. I know a
mean,
good few blue people.
I mean, the sailor and the dragonborn traveling with the barbarian and the dancing man. It's not super obvious.
Look, we'll just like wear disguises next time we have to make port.
Listen, if I don't dance, they won't recognize me.
Yeah.
The signature move is what gives it away.
I guess I'll just... Is it the barbarian thing that's the most identifiable about my blue tiefling self, or is it...
It's definitely
You get the
the rip
sense
shirt.
that if you get the sense that if you draw a little mustache on your finger and walk around like this with like a tiny little curly mustache on your finger, no one would recognize you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you'd be perfectly disguised.
Do all of us have really low intelligence stats? Because we're all on board with that.
I'm not great at thinking.
I'm a little above average, but I just like a good time.
It's on the lower side.
I'm on the lower side too.
It's not the worst. It's not the thing I'm the worst at.
It's not a negative.
Oh, it's my worst.
Please don't tell me I'm the smartest one.
Hey, you could be.
Oh god.
So, your first day of travel comes to an end as the sun sinks below the horizon, and you are left much in the same way as you were the night before, sailing upon a sea of stars as the ocean reflects the starlight above you. Does anyone want to light the lanterns on deck?
Can I just practice with my flame arrows just to see if I can hit the one that's furthest away to kind of show off and practice a little bit? Just light one singular arrow on fire and aim for the one at the very front of the ship while standing
Sure.
by
Okay,
the wheel.
yeah, so these are oil lanterns. They are glass walls, and your boat is made of wood. Please roll your attack.
Hey,
Fire blanket.
watch this, everyone.
Hey, check this shit out.
You guys finish this making shit?
That would be a 28 to hit.
Okay, yeah, you hit this thing. You could have probably done this blindfolded, and you draw back your arrow, and it takes you just a second to compensate for the movement of the waves. And as you loose the arrow, it burning just streaks across the deck of the ship, and you hear the crunching of glass as the arrow passes clear through the lantern and out off the bow of the ship, lighting the wick of the lantern as it passes through.
Oh, so cool!
Nice.
Thank
Please
you.
light the rest normally.
There's so much glass on the ground now.
I'm gonna go clean that. I didn't think this through. But if anything, I'm an entertainer, so
It looked
glad
fucking
that
sick,
worked.
man.
It looks cool as hell.
And I'm just
But
gonna
now we can't go barefoot.
I'm gonna kind of run over,
I don't wear shoes.
grab one of the spare flags and just kind of like sweep broken glass onto it and kind of like carry it, and you just hear it all
With-
jingling and cracking as I find somewhere to put it underneath the.
I'd say with a 28, you managed to hit this so perfectly that all the glass went inwards, and there is nothing on the deck.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay, well, there we go. I was
Oh.
gonna say,
Perfect. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time just going around and lighting these normally, just to not risk blowing anything up.
we should be careful though with the lights, because if people who are not very nice can see us on the water, then they may take advantage of the fact that it's nighttime and try and get us.
I want to, throughout the night, I'm happy to take a watch.
Same.
And if I see anything, I guess I want to look out for something that is either like a ship with no flags or a ship with like opposing flags. And at the sight of anything we need to get away from, I want to cast Tsunami, which will put up a wall of water between us and the ship or the attacker or the enemy or whatever it is, so that we can get away. So I want to like properly look out for that for as long as I can.
Yeah, that's fine. I was going to ask, are you guys still sailing through the night, or are you dropping anchor?
I think we should probably drop anchor. It's probably the safest thing to do.
Hmm.
Because only 2 of us can drive the boat at night.
I mean,
Um,
technically,
yeah,
2 of you can give it a go, but you won't get to add your proficiency bonuses because there won't be proficiency bonuses to add.
I am proficient at
don't
water
have dark
vehicles.
vision.
Oh, well, then
Oh,
3 of
okay,
you can
yeah.
steer the ship.
Yeah.
I don't have dark vision, so I'm probably not going to. at
So you
night.
just don't have dark vision?
Oh, good
No,
point.
apparently not.
strange.
I just looked it
That
up.
sounds fake.
I don't
But
think I
okay.
do either.
I thought everything had dark vision.
Yeah,
So did
I thought
I,
it was
but
just
apparently
humans.
I don't.
Okay.
I
Wow.
couldn't find it on my sheet, so I googled it.
We can stop then. I'm still gonna look out for danger, but
Mhm.
the tsunami takes a minute to cast. So
Mhm.
once I start putting it up, hopefully we can I can wake everyone else up and we can
Well,
Hustle.
Pen,
So
can
we're
you
still-
cast Gust? Sorry.
We're still like in the middle of the ocean. We're not like near some other small little coastal island place, right?
No, you're still very much in the middle of the
Right,
ocean.
okay.
Pen, can you cast Gust? Because if you're gonna do the tsunami, if we cast Gust at the same time, we can really like get some distance.
So I think tsunami just puts up a wall of water, so it would more be like stopping anyone from approaching us.
Oh yeah, but then
Mhm.
if we do the Gust at the same time, into
Yeah,
the
we can move. We
sails-
can move away.
I have no magic. I can't do anything.
Okay, so
S-
So
After I
was asking
cast-
Penelope.
yeah, after I cast the wall, it moves away from me. So I cast it in the direction of an enemy, and then it would like push them away if they got
Mhm.
close to us.
So whoever is
be-
taking first watch,
Think
I can
I can take first watch with someone, or if it's just one at a time. I'm happy to go first or second.
I don't
It's kind of
mind
like in
whatever.
character. I'm just thinking like, I'm still thinking about back in the bay, and just like I'm struggling to sleep a little bit. So maybe a bit of nighttime air and some quiet time to think would help. And if everyone's okay with me taking first watch.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
then as 3 of you bunker down to sleep, Tohi, you can make a perception check as you keep watch.
Okay. Apparently
Then
good at
she's
these.
gonna quickly pray to her domain, her goddess, before she sleeps because she's really religious.
That's a 16.
16. So the hours pass and you don't see the shape of any other ships approaching. But as you look up, it's almost like you've let off another fire arrow and a meteor shower starts and lights up the night sky. And it's almost like the sky is answering your call from earlier. But no danger comes. It's just a very nice sight.
Oh, it's funny. I'm just kind of clutching the amulet. I'm just kind of looking up into the sky and just kind of talking to myself a little bit to comfort me and to say, you always told me to stay grounded, but you're showing something so beautiful, so high. I'm thinking of you too. I'm just gonna kind of carry on watching this as it goes.
So you will probably have to go below deck and wake someone up for second watch at
Okay.
some point.
I shall roll a cheeky little. But okay, as I kind of look at this and kind of get my fill, just looking up and take one deep breath, let go of the amulet, and kind of pat where I keep the letters in my chest pocket. Head downstairs and I'll wake up Seth and just be like, Is this meteor shower still going on, by the way?
Yes.
Seth, it's your turn. You're gonna want to see what's happening out there. It's really quite pretty. I think you'll enjoy it.
Okay.
I'm gonna bunker it down. I haven't really seen anything, but yeah, enjoy what's
Okay.
out there.
Okay. She rolls off onto the floor. Gets up. Make sure that Filson is safely strapped into the hammock and goes up to see.
You're not taking him with you?
No, I feel like he'd be afraid with too much water and too little water. Most things, really.
Fair.
And I guess I'll go up and see the meteor showers. It's still going.
Yeah, it's still going. It seems to be from our stern to bow, just from behind to in front of you, just keeps going for hours. It's just.
Are they coloured or are they just like bright white?
So mostly they're bright white, but occasionally there's a flash of red or green as various compounds burn up as they enter the atmosphere.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. I appreciate the green ones as they go past, especially.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll take my watch.
Yep, roll perception.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you think that Seth would prefer to sit up watching the meteor shower, you can use your passive perception, which is 20.
I mean, I rolled a 29, so
Okay, yeah.
I think the shower is beautiful, but she's more after seeing all of the things that live underwater around here, and the mysterious jellyfish and all the mermaids and the ship being blown up. I think I want to stay vigilant to make sure that we make it to the island safely.
Yeah, that's very fair. With the 29, again, there's nothing, no ships on the horizon. You are in the open ocean, and there's just the gentle sway of the ship where you are moored, anchored, and it's just a beautiful night. And it's a beautiful night to be free.
Nice. Can I see anything over the edges? Are there any creatures breaking the waves? Is it still bioluminescent out here too?
It's not bioluminescent out here, but it does reflect the comet trails, the meteor shower.
Beautiful.
But no, there's nothing if you look. Wait, you said you don't have dark vision?
No. So it would only be what's reflecting off the water.
Yeah. So no, nothing breaks the surface of the water. You don't see anything in the immediate few feet before it just descends to darkness.
Okay. If I cast Speak with Animals, can I reach out to any consciousnesses around me?
How far does Speak with Animals extend? Does it have a range?
I mean, it doesn't, but I expect it wouldn't really be that much further than kind of the edges of the ship.
Yeah. Yeah, you can cast it, but there's nothing. You are truly
no cries or anything.
No, you're truly alone in this endless starscape again.
All right, I'll wait for my time to end and just keep an eye out. How long are the shifts?
That's up for you guys to decide. You can have 2 4-hour ones. You can have 3 sort of 2.5-hour ones. It's up to you.
Would we get anything? How long's a short rest? Is that an hour?
A short rest is an hour, yeah.
Okay, so we would have had 1 short sleep. And a long is 8.
So you can have one. So you can have biphasic sleep in 5th edition. So you can have you sleep and then you wake up and take watch and then you sleep again. So.
So overnight we would all get a long rest.
Yeah, you're still gonna get a long rest no matter how you divvy it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll wait until our time is up, I suppose.
Yeah. So you're just gonna stay up watching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You will have to take a 4-hour nap, when.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah. Yeah. So nothing eventful happens. Eventually, in the east, in front of you, the sun begins to rise again, and it is blinding. After all of this darkness, the gentle hues of sunrise, and then suddenly the sun itself, it is bright and brilliant, and it shines across open ocean for miles. And a new day is upon you.
Beautiful. I'll go and wake up the others so I can rest for the morning. Am I gonna do it nicely, or am I gonna do it? No, I'll do it nicely. I'll like gently
Just let
push
off a
open
cannon.
the door and I'll let the sunlight come in and kind of try and like naturally wake him up.
Pen is an early riser due to her nature, so she's kind of already awake, just kind of fiddling in her nest because she doesn't want to wake everyone up with the clomping of her little hoofs. So she'll just give you a little wave from her little nest.
Yeah, I technically don't sleep, so I just kind of like slowly open an eye and kind of see the light creeping in and just kind of get up and start stretching a little bit just to get the muscles all working and, you know, the kind of the dancer's routine.
Skipper's like snoring softly, but like holding her axe like it's a teddy bear.
Like a teddy bear.
Aww.
Like, sleeping with it.
Aw.
Sure. So, Skipper, how much do you like sleep?
She really likes sleep.
She really likes sleep.
She
So,
really likes sleep.
as Seth kind of opens this hatch and lets the light in, Arcade is just like, this is not going to go well.
I just mumble. I'm too busy in dreamland.
Yeah. So Arcade is saying this to you in your head.
Oh,
Yeah.
So alright, so I'm taking this as danger. So
Yes. Waking
gonna
up before you want
wake
to,
up
that is
the
a little
start.
dangerous.
I'm gonna wake up with like a.
Oh,
holding the
oh,
axe.
I'm sorry. Please don't hit me.
Oh. Are we under attack?
No, no. I don't think so. Do I know that your axe warns you?
I mean, you know that I had named my axe, and that I have a very like deep care for my axe, and I treat it very nicely. But I don't know if I would have said. I mean, you would have known that, like, if when we do have like get into trouble, I know a little bit before like trouble is going to happen.
Okay.
And trouble will happen.
Okay. Do you know? Did you dream something? Do you know something?
No, I got told axe. Not good.
I know how much you like your sleep.
See.
Oh, damn it.
Seeing this, Tohi's just gonna kind of clap his hands. Tea? Anyone?
Yeah.
Should we have tea?
Yeah.
I would love a cup of tea.
You got any sleepy tea?
We need to wake
Good
up,
point.
don't we?
I was up a long time. I could use another
Why
little
didn't
sleep.
you wake us up?
Because there was something beautiful happening, and I just wanted to stay and watch and
Right.
let you rest.
Right.
Pen will go take her turn at the wheel because she hasn't done it, even though she doesn't really want to. She's like, but if I steer the ship, I don't have to make the tea. So she's gonna go.
So is Penelope going to raise the anchor and do the sails again?
Yeah.
Okay, strength check for the sails, please.
I was gonna say I can do that if Penelope wants to go do the steering wheel since we swapped.
Cool. So it can be a 2-person job for the sails.
Alright, I'll
It
assist
says
you.
1+ on there.
Oh, I'm happy to assist or do it. Just because Penelope did it before.
Yeah, I got a
was on the wheel.
13. So I
Ooh.
might need assistance.
That is a 17 from me.
Cool. So with a 17, you are able to wrangle the sails into position, and you look over, and Penelope is trying to pull the sail into position, but her hooves are just
She's got a
sliding
rope
across
wrapped
the
around
deck.
her leg.
Oh.
One hoof coming off the ground.
Yeah, the
I
hooves
was gonna
just
say-
don't have the same traction as maybe
We
feet
need some
do.
rubber like chair stoppers on the bottom.
Some rubber shoes.
I'll grab it and assist. Just start pulling. I don't even make a fuss out of it because I'm kind of
We're
figured
all
this
pretty
would
used
happen.
to my uselessness.
So between you get the sails into position, and Penelope, it is a wisdom save. Wisdom throw. No, wisdom check. God damn it, for the steering, or strength check. But I assume that as a cleric, you would prefer wisdom.
17.
Do you have proficiency with water vehicles? You do not.
New.
Okay, 17 is fine though. And you can you're slightly off course. You've drifted a little during the night, but it's easy enough to course correct, and you are on your way. So hey, can I get some rolls from you guys? A d4, a d6, and a d8.
Yeah, I'll just come up with the tea and kind of start handing it out and give you all. It's only black tea. I could only find leaves. There's no milk or sugar or anything around here. But at least it's not fish.
Anything's better than fish at this point, I'll be honest with you.
While drinking my tea, I'm going to have a bit of a word with my axe. It's gonna go.
What do you need us to roll, my dear?
A d4, a d6, and a d8.
I can do the d4. I've got it.
I've got the 6 in hand.
I'll do an 8.
3.
3.
One.
Cool.
1 on
One.
the d6.
5 on the 8.
5 on the d8. Can you re-roll that, please?
Reroll the 8!
Yeah.
7.
Okay.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like it when you laugh
I
at
don't
what we
like
No, I
get.
don't like that.
Okay.
We're in danger!
So, Skipper is having a word with their axe.
You can't wake me up just before someone's gonna wake me up when it's not an emergency.
What do you think a warning is?
Well, I mean, a warning, like, in case of danger. Being
Yeah.
woken up.
Not getting a full 8 hours of sleep is very dangerous.
I slept the whole night. I didn't have a watch at all. Was that not 8 hours? I don't have a clock on me.
I'm an axe.
Do you need to get a watch as well? Damn.
I don't have a wrist.
Got a handle.
I don't have eyes to read a watch or a sundial.
So, can we all hear her just talking to her axe, but we can't
Yeah.
hear it talking back?
It's talking directly into Skipper's head.
Yeah, cool. So we're all just kind of like
I walked a
used
little
to
bit, but you could probably
the fact
still...
that Skipper talks to her axe. We're just like, yeah, that's just Skipper. Like,
Kimbra's a deep bond with her axe that words can't explain.
Exactly.
it's her best friend.
Yeah. I definitely had 8 hours.
Okay, I'm an axe that cannot mark the passage of time. I just assumed that you didn't want to be woken up by light being streamed in your face, so I thought perhaps giving you a warning was going to be a better idea.
It made me think that we were under attack.
I mean, it depends on how sensitive your skin is, but sunlight is very bad for you. It ages you prematurely.
It does?
Yes.
I don't wear sleeves and I'm in the sun constantly.
Oh. I don't know what you look like, so.
I mean, I'm blue. I have horns.
Oh. Oh.
Red hair. It's short.
Okay.
I have huge muscles.
I got that.
The axe is like, I don't know what colors are.
Cool. Well, I'm an axe. You
I
named me
know.
Arcade.
I know.
Oh, you can see me. Okay.
Yes, no, I have eyes. 2 of them.
Okay, wonderful. I will do better
Thank you.
to not warn you about things that are not an emergency.
Thank you.
Doesn't say anything in reply.
That's alright. I'll just put the axe in my back. Go about my day. Normal.
So, is there anything else you would like to do this morning?
Before we get killed by whatever we just rolled.
It's
I'm
fine. It's nothing. It's
terrified.
just it's a squad of dragons. It's fine.
My people.
It's your cousins.
The only thing I guess is it's now daytime, so Tohi's just gonna go around all these oil lanterns, kind of lick his fingers and just extinguish any bits on them that are not needed because we don't want to waste any oil and light.
I mean, usually it's a little dial, and oil lanterns are designed to burn in perpetuity.
Listen, I don't think very much good.
Cool. You singe your finger a little bit, but you get the lamps put out.
I don't think very much good.
Do they keep relighting and you keep trying over and over again to put them out?
Beautiful. So there's prank birthday candles.
Turn the dial.
Thank you. I'm just gonna now that the tea's cooled down and I've turned all these dials, I'm just gonna leave my fingers kind of dipped in the tea just to deal with the burns because it's the closest liquid I have. I'm just stood with my cup of tea, just fingers in it.
So, as your ship is sailing due east once again, all of you above deck notice far to the south, to the right, the starboard side of your boat, you see the darkened skies of a storm rolling in. It's that kind of cloud that blackens the sky, like a nighttime encroaching on the day. You can't hear the rumble of thunder. There is a bone-deep shudder in each of you as lightning streaks across the sky. It's far, it's on the horizon, but there is always that fear when you see a storm at sea. It is just there, present, but doesn't seem to be encroaching, or at least not with any kind of rapidity.
Okay.
Keep an eye on how the wind changes, just in case.
Being proficient in kind of nature and exploring, can I kind of get a handle on how far away, or if it's coming towards us, getting in closer, just how intense that upcoming storm is looking?
Sure. Well, just based on how dark the sky is, you know that it's a pretty nasty looking storm system has formed. It's probably a couple of kilometers away, but storms like this can have a rain band that precedes them before anything turns to shit. But currently where you are, it is still blue skies.
Just kind of be stood in the middle of the deck and just kind of shout out to Pen and Skipper and say, I wouldn't trust that to not head our way, and head our way quickly. So just be prepared.
I'm gonna make eye contact with Skipper and go.
I just grab the wheel immediately. I'm just taking the wheel. I know that. Look, I'm just taking the wheel.
Sure. So So you sail onwards, and off to the north, to the port side, you see, just barely breaking the horizon, some ships. So you're no longer the only thing around here. And after a while, the storm does seem to be getting a little closer. But from below you, the water breaks as a dolphin jumps next to your ship, crashes back to the water. And then as you look over the railing, there's a school of dolphins swimming alongside your ship. And they just they seem to be very playful and just hanging out. And they follow your ship, playing in the waves as the thing at the front parts the water, just playing. And after about 15 minutes, they turn and they leave. But yeah, it's just a nice little dolphin encounter.
Seth would have loved that. You see all of them? Wow.
Steph's snoring.
Yeah.
Just don't tell Seth about that. They'll just make them sad, I think.
Yeah,
They'll be
alright.
very sad that they missed it.
Actually, like, Seth, like, we know Seth loves dolphins.
Probably.
Probably.
If
Definitely.
Seth had like a permanent bedroom, it would be full of little ceramic dolphin statues, like a 6-year-old girl.
Beautiful.
Alright.
So the hours pass, and Seth, you wake up and you can join your compatriots on deck, and this storm system is getting closer, and the seas are getting rougher. The water is no longer smooth; it is quite choppy, and Skipper, you are fighting a little to keep control of the ship, and it's maybe another hour after the first light rain starts to fall when the wind hits. It is that kind of wind that just impacts the side of the ship and sends it keeling to one side. It is a rough, hard wind that is just a threat. And it is a promise that something bad is soon to follow. And it does. The waves get... Oh, yes?
I have a spell that lets me control winds. Can I
Mm-hmm.
can I tell this storm to fuck off?
Read the spell for me.
You take control of the air in a 100-foot cube that you can see within range. Choose one of the following effects when you cast a spell. I can do gusts, which will continually blow in horizontal designation. In calm, moderate, or strong. I can do a downdraft, which is a sustained blast of strong wind to blow downward on top of the cube, or I can do an updraft, which is the opposite. So I could just blow us out of the storm system, I guess.
So you can start. You start casting this spell. So it only takes you 6 seconds, one action to cast. Sorry, I just pulled it up here. So it is. What effect were you wanting to use?
Probably gusts to get us out of this.
So gust to
the-
fill this.
yeah.
Gust to fill the sails, sure. So that is in this 100-foot cube, and sure, you are continuing to move forward at a very rapid speed, but the water around you is still choppy. And outside of
Can I use control water to redirect the flow so that it's less choppy?
yes, you can.
Yes!
So we just gently float our ship out of here.
Between the wind and the water, we've got this, babe. When our powers unite.
Yeah, control water is very similar. It's a 100-foot cube, and I pick the cube under the ship to try and like redirect the flow in a more. It says in a direction I choose, so kind of opposing the forces that are already happening.
Yeah, I see that. So, you guys work in tandem. Control water only lasts for 10 minutes, whereas control winds, with concentration. So despite you are moving out of this, but the storm system has hit, and you can see the way that the ocean around your 100-foot cube is wild and crazy.
As soon as the weather,
you do not have a
us-
spell.
No, so good. As soon as the weather, like the boat around us, like settles down, Skipper is like visibly disappointed. She's an oar breaker barbarian, which the subclass revolves around harnessing like the wildest weather and the thunderous waves and the storms of the ocean. She was so ready for it, and then she's just been let down.
I'm sorry, Skipper. We're on a time crunch here.
Guys,
we don't
please.
have to enjoy the storm.
So, around you, everything is dark. This storm has blotted out the sun. It is very much like another night. And while your spells are keeping the storm at bay, outside of it, the storm still rages, and the winds and the waves are still wild. And from behind you, a massive rogue wave appears, and it is crashing towards your ship with an intensity that perhaps your magic is not able to fully control. So, we're gonna have a little skill challenge. Skipper,
Okay.
Yeah.
you're gonna need to make a strength saving throw for
Heck
steering.
yeah. I'm just.
There are gonna need to be 2 saving throws, either strength or they keep wanting me to say wisdom. I'm not gonna say wisdom. We'll say strength or dexterity to keep
How
the sails and rigging in order. If you're doing the steering, you cannot do
Easy.
the sails.
how long after? Sorry, is my control water still in effect, or has it been longer than 10 minutes?
So it is still during the effect of this, but it is perhaps too wild for your spell to control.
Okay, I'm gonna let that down and instead, cast enhance ability on Skipper and give them bull strength, which gives them advantage on strength checks.
So this is a saving throw. Is it checks and saving throws?
No, I think it's just checks. Sorry.
No, you're right. I'll let you not burn the spell slot. If you want to do something else.
Will guidance help with that? Ability check. No.
Bless is what will help with that.
I don't
Bless
have
is
that.
for saving throws and attacks. Guidance
Okay.
is for ability checks.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna maintain the water then.
Yep, that's fine. So we're gonna need 2 saving throws for the rigging, and we're gonna need Skipper has the saving throw for the helm. So
Tohi, I
Skipper.
think that the rigging's up to you, my dear. I'm quite busy with these winds.
So
I'll do my best.
you can multitask. 2 of you are gonna need to make this saving throw, otherwise it will count as 1 failure.
Okay. I'll also roll with him.
Yeah, I'll just kind of like shout out.
What are we rolling for?
Penelope, do you have Bless as a cleric? Oh, hang on. Bless is
I don't
never
think
mind.
I do.
Bless is concentration, and it will cause you to drop concentration.
Yeah,
on your
I
thing
don't
anyway.
have bless.
That's okay.
Seth is controlling the water, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. So kind of seeing this happening, Tohi will just shout out to Ben, like, I'm gonna need your help with this, for the rigging, because it's kind of identified that the water seems a bit more troubling than the wind, given what's approaching.
Yep.
So it's a dexterity saving throw or just dexterity check?
Saving throws and a strength saving throw for Skipper.
Okay. A 14.
7.
25. Okay. One moment.
Mad
me get
Max
some
style laughing as I'm steering the ship through a storm.
Pen is about to fall overboard.
You are having the
or be
time
knocked out.
of your life.
We're having one of the
guys.
times of all time.
So, 20. That's 2 failures. The steering is true. Skipper, you're having the fucking time of your life. Keeping your grasp on this helm, you are not letting this ship go anywhere but where you want it to.
I was born for
However,
this.
Penelope, in your attempt to tighten the sails a bit further, you do release one, and it is now
holy
loose
shit,
and
it's gone.
It is now loose and flapping in the breeze. It's not gone. It's just loose, and the
She's
rope
like
is
jumping, trying to catch the rope and slipping
rope is
everywhere
now-
because the deck's wet.
Yeah, the rope is flailing across the deck. So, Tohi, a similar thing happens. You don't completely let go of the sail, but there is too much slack in it for it to really be effective in this moment. And the whole of the ship is going to take 26 points of damage as it is buffeted by the winds and the waves. However, you are not capsized. The rogue wave crests, and you have managed to. Skipper steering has managed to just get it in a position where it is not going to destroy your ship on impact, but the deck does get flooded, and if you, not Skipper, the other three of you, can make a strength saving throw.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
14.
A 6.
Roll a d6 for me, Andy.
Oh god.
Oh, fuck.
I
5?
thought you said you weren't
A
going to kill
5?
us today.
5. Okay, a 5. Yeah. So the good news is, Ceph and Penelope, even though Penelope's fine. Ceph, you are pushed a little way into the rigging, but both of you are still able to maintain concentration on your respective spells. You guys watch as Tohi's there, and he's like, "Don't worry, I've got this. I've got the rope," and then he's gone.
Over the side.
Not over the side. You can see his fingers holding onto the railing at the bow, but he is slipping.
Tohi! Oh my god! Penny's running, sliding everywhere.
How
Trying to
far
get
away? How far away is he?
70. So it's 75 feet from. So I'd say 50 feet.
Okay.
Are you faster than me, Seth? I've only got 35 feet.
I've only got 30, but if I get close enough, I can use my tattoo. So if I get within 15 feet of him, I can use my tattoo to grapple. You will take damage, but I can grab you with the tendrils of my tattoo.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you do that because that's cool as shit.
Yeah.
So explain
Shit.
explain, Seth, what this looks like as you run up and cast your hand out. Explain this.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. There is a specific way that it actually looks, but I can't find the details right now. So just imagine that there's like the on the fleshier parts, so kind of like the underside of the arms and I guess the belly. Not that you've seen it. There's like octopus tentacles tattooed kind of like across Ceph's body, and as she obviously is going to drop the water spell, so it's going to get a bit shakier, but as she runs towards Tohi, who's hanging off the edge of the ship, the tendrils come to life off her body and reach out as like inky black tendrils with suckers on, and they grip Tohi and pull him back onto the ship. If you choose to fail your strength saving throw.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just kind of seeing this come towards me is like, thanks, Seth, and just kind of reaches a hand out and kind of lets it crush his arm a little bit so he can get a good grip and like really just yank him on.
Yeah. So you'll take 3d6 force damage, which I can roll.
Yeah.
I would say that because you're doing this with the intent to help and not harm, you can have it do the minimum amount of damage.
So it's
and
3.
it's just just from Tohi. You end up with like some cool like sucker prints on your arms,
Well.
and it's just like.
Oh, I kind of look like Pen the other night. Well.
Could be worse. Could be much worse than looking like me.
Oh.
Thanks again, Seth. Where did that wave even come from?
Yeah, is it still super weighty and awful?
It's not amazing. You do have the buffer for the winds. If you want to re-up control water, you will have the buffer for the water as well.
I'll do that.
But there seems to be the storm is still ferocious around you, but with Skipper's steering at least, you are not being driven towards anything that looks super dangerous. She's able to navigate through these rising swells, and it takes an hour and a half, and you don't gain or lose any time for your journey, but eventually you are able to navigate outside of this storm system. And when you look back, it is still just black and it is still just choppy. But you are back on safer waters once again.
That was great. I don't know about you guys. I had heaps of fun.
We're like cold and shivering and
Immune to cold damage, remember?
oh, we're like shivering because we're scared.
man.
My fur's all soggy, and I'm just like, I don't enjoy this.
Yeah, my hair's
I'm
just
not
like
having a good time.
drenched down my front of my face. I'm just like constantly moving it out of my eyes so I can just see. So it just keeps. It's not as pristine as what it normally would be.
You can see why Skipper's hair is always so short and just never styled.
That's right. I have really long hair, and I also have like little deer ears, so I'm just sopping like drowned rat, like wringing out my braids, like just not a good time.
So, we still have time to travel, though, right?
You probably have
We're only
about
like halfway there.
You're probably about 2/3 of the way there.
Okay.
You probably have another day of travel.
Can Tohi go under the deck and just check for any kind of damage, seeing
Yes.
that hit us pretty hard?
Yes. So as you get down there, there
Pen's
is.
Sorry, Pen. While Tohi's doing that, Pen's gonna redo the rigging because I fucked it up during the storm.
I would say once you hit this calmer water, Skipper is able to assist you, and together you are able to get the ropes taut again. Tohi, you are about ankle deep in water. There is a small hole in the hull from where it took 26 points of force damage. But the good
Is there
news
anything
is you
nearby
do,
I can use to fix it?
yes, you do have a satyr friend who has the mending cantrip.
Oh yeah, I do.
I'm just gonna,
there-
I'm not even gonna like walk back up. I'm just gonna shout, just like, Pen,
Mhm.
mending, broken, quick.
So you'll
Water.
need
Gonna
to
come cast mending.
Yeah, you will need to salvage some wood from the crates and stuff nearby to patch the hole and then mend it all into one to fuse it essentially into a patch. So you do technically have a weak spot in the hull, but it is no longer actively taking in water, and you are able to activate the bilge pumps. It is a manual thing, so you're gonna have to pump for about 10 minutes to get the water out, but you do manage to get some stuff. Philson is also just rolling around the deck down here.
Pen's
He
just
was
gonna
like-
look at her poor like blankets all sopping wet and be like, "My bed."
Hang him out. It'll be fine.
Everything is kind of sopping down here. Everyone's bed. It's Philson is just like, and as he sort of comes to rest as you guys pump the water out. But for now, you have a mostly okay ship. You have a mostly calm sea, and you're all still alive. And that might be where we end it here for tonight, because it is 10 o'clock already.
Oh, already?
Already? It's
Ooh.
crazy, right?
Crazy.
Oh my lord.
Gone too fast.
Well, if only you guys didn't have to work, we could just sit here and play forever.
I know, right?
I know.
Being an adult
Ooh,
sucks.
money.
But hey, guys, thanks for coming and hanging out again. And also, hey, players, thanks for coming and playing again and rolling dice and being silly little guys.
Thank you for running it
Thanks
for
for
us.
DMing
It's
for
so
us.
fun.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So hey, let's do a
Thanks for not
quick...
killing us.
It was dicey there. It was real
You tried.
dicey.
You tried.
I was not trying. You guys just rolled poorly. But hey,
That's not. Can't put that on us.
they're not my dice.
I'm gonna blame Meeples and Dragons because that's where I got my dice from.
Me too.
Okay. I feel like I should be putting a disclaimer in here. Bro, if you have an idea for a disclaimer there, please just chuck it in the chat. But hey, let's do a quick round of outros before we raid out. Plague Maiden. Sorry, I almost called you Skipper. Hey, who are you? Where can we find you? What are you doing?
I'm definitely Plague Maiden and not Skipper, but you can find me on most social platforms as Plague Maiden with an underscore at the end. Yeah, I'm playing Skipper today. It's been really fun. I'm just still enjoying the I don't know, not adrenaline from D&D, but the vibes.
Excellent. Hey, Jess.
Hello.
So,
Jess or misskass or Ceph. Oh no, Pen.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, if I scooch down, my camera is still visible on the stream. Okay, I'm misskass or Jess. I do split the party stuff, and okay, and just general kind of interneting around. So if you want to follow me and watch me tweet about Destiny mostly, you can do that if you want to. Thank you to everyone else on Law Rights. Thank you to Ash, and thank you to Promi for DMing and hosting, and thank you everyone for being so fun to play with. This is my first kind of live thing ever, so it's been really good.
You guys are fucking amazing together, honestly.
Couldn't
have asked for a better crew.
We're vibing.
You guys are vibing so well. Andy,
Hi.
tell us about yourself.
I've been Andy. I will continue to be Andy, and I've been playing Tohi today, and it's been a heckin' lot of fun. Thank you so much for just being an amazing crew with me, everyone. I'm having so much fun doing this, and like Jess, it's my first time doing a live play sort of thing, so it's very, very cool. So big thanks to Ash and to Pro for kind of doing all the behind the scenes stuff and DMing, just making this amazing for everybody. And yeah, you can find me here on Twitch, or you can find me across socials, and it's all Andy SBG everywhere with variations here or there. But yes, thank you for coming by. It's been amazing. Thank you.
Salty, now that you're back and your internet is not failing you,
Hi.
tell us about yourself.
I'm Salt, and even though I am chaotic, that was not my fault. My internet just dropped for a hot second. I was sitting here, I was like, oh. My name is Salt Queen, or Salt, or Salty, or I'll just reply to anything. That's the Australian in me. You can find me as Salt Queen Plays on most socials. Some of the socials do require a underscore between Salt Queen and Plays. I'm fairly sure that's where I put it. But yeah, you can find me being chaotic over on Twitch, causing chaos and thirsting over Baldur's Gate 3 characters, pretty much. Or you can find me here, also being chaotic and thirsting over characters all the time.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, I'm Ash. I make stuff. You can find me at Ash Makes Stuff on most of the social medias. I'm Ash Makes Props here on Twitch. I am also a cast member of Sword of the Skulls, a campaign that runs on this channel. Hey, Pro, am I allowed to say that thing? That Sword of the Skulls next session thing? Am I allowed to talk about that? Sure. Cool. So, hey.
Thanks.
Yeah, so next month, July 14th, we have our next session of Sword of the Skulls. DM'd by the wonderful Promethean, who was producing this episode because he's a fucking legend. But yeah, tune in for that. This is our last game for Pride Month, so hey, happy Pride, guys. It's been so wonderful playing with you. We'll pick this up next year in June. No, I'm just kidding. I
am not waiting that long.
It's a really long ride to the island.
Our dates, our next session is going to be possibly towards the start of next month rather than the end of this one. But hey, thanks for coming and playing out. You guys are amazing. We're going to go and raid Let's Roll for Dragons, who presumably are rolling for dragons. So, hey, thanks. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
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 Bye.